Thank you, sir. Building on the contentions against Twin Peaks regulatory model, it has been held to be very expensive. The Freedom Market Foundation, um, I remember a projection of theirs was in the billions on the cost it would have on consumers. So, in light of the positions taken by Pila and this point I've just made about the expense, I would like you to answer two questions, sir. First, why is the Twin Peaks model necessary to have? And drawing from your first year alone, has it had the desired effect, especially within the FSCA?
All right. Are you going to ask both questions or just one at a time?
One at a time, sir. You can choose which one you take first.
All right. That's fine. So, Twin Peaks, yes, actually, is delivering exactly as we had expected. The efficacy of Twin Peaks, as we've outlined before, is this regulating by philosophy approach, which enables professional regulators to have dedicated objectives. And the point of a dedicated objective is that it enables each regulator to focus its resources, to build expertise in the delivery of a specific objective rather than to have to think about or consider multiple objectives against which to deliver. And of course, there's enough evidence about the challenges around the so-called single regulator model, which was a model that existed, for example, in the UK before they moved to Twin Peaks. So I think Twin Peaks, conceptually and in terms of experience, actually really helps. And it forces also financial institutions to think about the different objectives in a way that perhaps other regulatory architecture or models aren't quite able to force the same kind of thinking in financial institutions. The assessment, of course, of success of Twin Peaks, I don't think can quite yet be made. Twin Peaks was implemented in South Africa in 2018. As you know, the history of the FSCA as the first permanent commissioner was only appointed last year. So we obviously still have to give it time. But in terms of what our interim assessment and observation is as professional regulators, we think it's working. It's working the best in the context of South Africa and our financial sector. And in fact, uh, the point that we were just talking about now around concentration in large players, one of the challenges of a model other than Twin Peaks, for example, if you think about a single regulator model, is that in that context, what tends to happen is that regulators focus on stability and microprudential considerations mainly, and then have conduct issues or sort of the back burner. And what Twin Peaks forces is that regardless of your market structure, that you actually elevate the strategic priority of regulation to be both prudential and stability issues, but also market conduct, which is what I think we have right now.